Hey everyone, I just wanted to have a quick chat with you and let you know some things that are going on and with my channel and kind of what I have in mind. And so I'm sitting out here in a little piece of timber where I found, I counted on my last hike back here, I counted 23 maple trees. So I went ahead and tapped 4 of them, and I've got 10 tappers total, and I've got just one more to put in, and I will be getting maple water off 10 trees, so I'm hoping to get a good batch of syrup this year. So what I wanted to talk to you about is kind of where I'm going to go with the channel. I had one person suggest that I should start a separate channel just for In the Bush. It's not a bad idea. If I could do something like that, that would maybe make it more of it's just about being in the bush, just about the In the Bush series. But I have other interests though, other than sitting in the woods and camping and that kind of stuff. I have a lot of different hobbies. So on my Rockstar Farmer channel, you're going to see videos, especially on my YouTube channel, because it goes back further than my Rumble channel. So on YouTube, you're going to see videos from bicycling, training for ragbri. You're going to see some cooking, some barbecue videos, that kind of stuff. So I kind of want to get back to that a little bit. And what I'm saying is I'm not going to camp less or do In the Bush less, but making an In the Bush video and making sure that it's edited and put out every weekend is really, it's becoming taxing. I'm a lot busier than I was earlier this year. So with a new project, which I spoke of, a new band, and a lot of rehearsals. I always have at least one rehearsal a week with my band Stumptown, and some weeks I have 2 rehearsals, one with each band. But anyway, not to bore you, I just wanted to let people know that I apologize, no In the Bush video this week. This is as close as it's going to come. But in the future, I'm still going to try to put out a video every week. And it's just that it might not always be part of the In the Bush series. The In the Bush series will continue. I'm still going to be doing lots of different stuff with the In the Bush series. But, and I have several In the Bush episodes recorded and ready to edit and ready to get out the door. So, but that's another thing why I wanted to do this, is I wanted to slow down a little bit on filming In the Bushes, because I have so many of them stockpiled that, like, for example, I'm going to be releasing my Halloween episode pretty soon, and that's going to come out in like February or even March, and so nowhere near Halloween season. So I'd like the In the Bush videos to be more like I go camping, I do the thing, I come home the next day from the camp out, edit it, and upload it. That would be a better way of doing it, I think. I won't always be able to do it that way, but then at least, like, if I'm out celebrating a holiday or whatever, you'll actually get to see that video around the time that holiday happened. And I want to throw around the idea of doing a series called Bush Talk, where I just sit down next to a campfire in the woods like this, and we have a talk. You could basically consider this the first of that series, or at least the idea. I'll just sit down and maybe make some coffee over the fire, and that's just about it. And we'll talk about a subject. A lot of times in the In the Bush videos, I will talk. I'll sit down to the campfire after the work is done, and I'll talk for a while. So that is that is kind of making my videos too long. I want to get the In the Bush videos down around 15 minutes, under 20 minutes for sure, but down around 15 minutes for each In the Bush episode. And so a way to do that is to cut the chit chat out, the fireside chats or whatever you want to call them, and make that a separate video series. So what I could do is I could be out in the bush, we could still have our fireside chat, and I'd be literally making 2 videos in one outing. So that's kind of an idea that I have. And I have some topics that I want to cover. Some of those topics I just want to talk about on alternative media. So not everything that gets uploaded to Rumble is going to get uploaded to YouTube. I'm going to talk about some more sensitive things in the Bush Talk series. So just beware that, you know, it might get a little political or a little opinionated. And I don't want to chase off the people that watch In the Bush, because In the Bush is an apolitical, it's not political at all series, and I never get into politics other than a little jab here and there on In the Bush. So I want to keep it that way. I want to keep In the Bush family friendly, clean, non-political. Just here's survival skills, you know, here's how I build a shelter in the woods and cook over it and all that good stuff, cook over the fire, I mean. However, the Bush Talk series might not be quite so family friendly, so just a forewarning. I mean, it won't be vulgar or anything, but the topics just might be a little deeper. So that's kind of my plan. That way I have time to do everything. Unfortunately, there's just not enough hours in the week, not enough hours in the day, and not enough days in the week to do everything that I want to do. So I have to divide my time up a little differently. But if I don't get out in the bush and have a camping outing, like an overnighter in the bush, if I don't do that at least once every 2 weeks, I start getting down. So I'm addicted to it. I'm addicted to the bush. That's right. And so anyway, plan to see more cooking videos, because a lot of people watch the In the Bush series just for the cooking, and a lot of people watch just for the music, for stuff that my band's doing and whatnot. So I'm trying to cover all the bases. The Rockstar Farmer channel, whether you're watching on YouTube or Rumble right now, I'm going to add some other tech platforms. I'm going to try to just get on every platform I possibly can that doesn't cost me money. And but all of the Rockstar channel, regardless of where you're viewing it from, the Rockstar Farmer channel is about it's about multiple things. It's about self-reliance, homesteading, it's about music, it's about beer brewing, it's bicycling, barbecue, cooking. So there are a lot of different things. So I'm going to be here in the next few weeks. We're coming up on 100 episodes, but I got a few episodes. I think I just released number 91 or 92, so we still got a few before we hit 100. But I've got almost 100 recorded. I think I've got 99 recorded. So I haven't recorded the 100th episode yet, because we're going to do something special for that. But anyway, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to be posting lots of videos, and I'm not getting out or losing interest for bushcrafting and stuff. I tend to, when I pick a new hobby, I tend to dive in head first, and I tend to do it like hardcore for a couple years, and then I kind of back off. And some of them I kind of drop like a bad habit, but if it's a hobby that's going to stick with me for life, I tend to back off a little bit and kind of even out. Another thing is, with everything that's going on in the world right now, I've proved that I can go out in the woods, you know, with a select few items and survive. Build a fire, build a shelter, that kind of stuff. So, you know, if I'm camping out and on multiple nights a week, and I'm not making any money doing it, I'm not really learning any new skills doing it, it's kind of wasting my time that I should be spending towards getting my homestead and getting myself more prepared for what the future may bring. I think we should learn as much as we can before something happens to the power grid or the internet infrastructure. We have the world's information at our fingertips, and I don't think we should waste that. So I'm going to spend a lot more time trying to learn. I'm going to spend a lot more time trying to get the homestead prepared and where I want it, and kind of on my prepping end of things. So that's kind of I need to use my time a little more wisely. So I'm going to be doing that. But while I'm doing all those things, I can film. So I'll still be putting out content. And homesteading, I'm going to put homesteading under the In the Bush series. And the reason why I'm going to include the homesteading in the In the Bush series is because homesteading is an activity that's usually done in a country environment anyway. I live in a rural area. I live on a gravel road. I live in the bush. I literally live in the bush. So it's easy to call that an in the bush episode. So that's why I included like gardening on that. It's all part of the same heading, in the bush. In the bush is just basically country living, and I absolutely love it. But there is more to the Rockstar Farmer channel than In the Bush series. Even though in the last couple years I haven't posted very many at all videos of stuff other than the In the Bush series. So that's what's going to happen. You're going to have a video every weekend still. It might be a bush talk, it might be in the bush, it might be a barbecue video, it might be a cooking video, it might be a music video, and whatever else. Let me know what your thoughts are on it. And so it's going to be a little bit of a change up, but there'll still be one or two in the bush coming out every month for sure. So I just want to say thanks everybody for tuning in, and thanks for being patient with me. And the next 2 in the bush videos that I have to release are going to require a lot of editing. That's a main reason. Actually, the campouts and the filming of In the Bush is the fun part. The hard part is the hours and hours of editing. On average, I spend 8 hours, 5 to 8 hours on every In the Bush video that comes out. That's just doing the editing, putting the music behind it, getting it all lined up, and I've sped that process up as much as I possibly can. But I'm still finding that if it's a tough video, it's going to take like 8 hours of editing. And so that's pretty hard. Whereas a bush talk video, where it's just me and the camera and one shot, all I have to do is edit out the stupid stuff I say, and I can be done. I can do it in an hour. Same with a cooking video. Cooking video is just putting shots together of different camera shots together. So that's pretty easy. But so on my busier weeks, it might be a cooking video instead or whatever. So, and another thing is, I'm not making any income off of this. I'm doing these videos entirely for myself, just to look back on, and just for something to have down the road if I ever want to watch them and say, you know, that was really cool. And it brings kind of a nostalgia. It's like opening an old family photo album, right? And so I'm not obligated to put out a video every week, but I feel that my few fans that I do have deserve that. So I'm gonna try to keep pumping out content for you. So thanks everybody for watching, and as always, we'll see you on my next video.